So ideally, it should open the browser for me by calling the browser navigate. As you can see, it just opened the browser by navigating to the eaapp.somi.com for me over here, and also click the login link. And it is using the Playwright MCP Server toolings, as you can see. Right now, this is using my local machine and the local model and the Playwright MCP Server, which is hosted in the LM Studio locally. Hi guys, welcome back. And today in this video, we'll be talking about how you can run the Playwright MCP Server or file system MCP Server or database MCP Server all within your local machine without running them using the cloud models. For example, all these days we have been running this Playwright MCP Server for doing the local testing or local development of the application using the Cloud Desktop or maybe the Cloud Code or Cursor IDE or GitHub Copilot or GitHub CLI, something like that. So if you're just going to open the Cloud Desktop like how I have over here, and if you just go to the Cloud Desktop's connectors, you can see that we have got the Playwright MCP Server. So this is the Playwright MCP Server that I have configured from the Microsoft website, as you can see from here. So this is the same thing I just copied, and I have just updated the settings of the Cloud Desktop. So if I'm going to go to the Cloud over here, and if I'm going to go to the settings, and if I'm going to go to the developers, you can see that I have got the Playwright, which is up and running. And the way I have did it is I've just edited the configurations. And if I'm going to open the Cloud Desktop configurations, you can see that I have got all the configurations over here. I just pasted over here, and that's exactly what I'm actually using in the Cloud Desktop that you are actually seeing over here. That is the Playwright MCP Server up and running. So in order for the Playwright MCP Server to be up and running, this Playwright MCP server needs to be hosted somewhere, and in this case it is actually hosted within the Cloud Desktop itself. So the Cloud Desktop acts as a host which is going to host this particular MCP server. It is running this MCP server, and now if I'm going to do any of the action, for instance, if I'm going to go and create a new chat over here saying navigate to this particular application, perform a login, enter the username as admin and password as password, create a new employee from the employee list, and then check if the employee is created. This is something that I have told many times in my Udemy courses as well as in my earlier YouTube videos. You can see that the moment you're going to give a plain English text, it is going to start doing all these operations for you. See, it is just going to go navigate to the employee list over there. It's creating a new employee by giving all the details over here, like one by one, or maybe everything all together, like how it just did over here. And then it's going to create an employee and see if that employee is existing in that particular application or not. So that is how things are happening with the cloud model. So it is taking some time, as you can see. It took some time to make this whole operation to happen. But you can see that now, because the MCP server is there, hosted and up and running in the Cloud Desktop itself, it is very easy for us to do it. And many of the people came to me and asked, like, Karthik, this MCP server, even though we use it with the Cloud Desktop, the problem is it's just limited with the Cloud Desktop. And the moment it's going to run out of the tokens, or maybe if I'm using the free plan, the moment I'm going to run out of the total number of usage, then I can't really use this particular MCP server. How can I use this MCP server to run it locally? So now this video is going to answer that for you. We are going to see how you can completely run this MCP server in a perfect local environment with the perfect local large language models. And that is exactly what we are going to be setting up in this particular video. So in order to do that, first of all, you are going to have a host which is going to run the MCP server, which can run locally. And that we can do using the LM Studio. So if you're just going to go to the LM Studio, as you can see over here, this is the lmstudio.ai website. Over here, it says that starting LM Studio 0.3.17, it acts as an model context protocol host. This means you can connect MCP servers to the app and make them available to your model, which is available in your local machine, which is what we were actually looking for all these days. It was not there before, now it is there. So what you can do is you can go ahead and install the MCP server, for instance, the Playwright MCP server, as they have mentioned over here. And then you can just use it for the browser automation testing. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I already have got the LM Studio within my machine. If you have if you don't really have it, just go ahead and download it from here. And you can see that this is the LM Studio that I have got. And the way you can see that I have got an MCP server over here with all the toolings is that I have actually installed the Playwright MCP server, just copy pasting it from the Playwright MCP server GitHub repositories over here. So just copy this over here and just go to, let's say, install, click this button, install. See that there is something called as edit mcp.json file, pretty much like Cursor or Claude or any other tool has that same JSON file, the same thing. All right, so I'm just going to open this. See, this is the Playwright MCP server that I have pasted over here. So if I'm just going to go and paste this over here, which is already there, that's the reason why there is no change really. But if I'm just going to paste this MCP server, something like this is just going to do that. And for a change, for example, even I have built my own execute automation Playwright MCP server as well. So if you're just going to go and search for the execute automation Playwright MCP server in the Google, you're going to get this particular MCP server as well. So let's say if I'm going to install this MCP server instead of the Microsoft's MCP server, so they only have got limited tools, as you can see over here. And the moment I'm going to paste my MCP server, see that it is going to be initializing all the tools which is there within my MCP server. See, it has code generator and then end code generator, blah, blah, blah. So there are many tools available. So that's what really is going to happen. Because the general audience are really going to be using the Playwright MCP server, I'm really not going to be using my MCP server, but I'm going to use the Microsoft's MCP server. So I'm just going to save this. I'm going to let Microsoft MCP server to flourish because you don't really need so many MCP server while there is a reputed MCP server already available. Well, as I said, this is the MCP server that you have got. I'm just going to save this MCP server and I'm going to use this MCP server to perform an operation within my local machine with my own local large language model. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to use a model for that. And this is the challenging part really. You can see that I have got many models over here, but not every model can run within our local machine. For instance, you need to have a better hardware. You also need to have a better like let's say memory and storage or GPU. And when I say hardware, GPU plays a very, very important role in this whole journey. And because M1 machines are very good in inferencing, I have seen so far, like how Asus GX10 machine has got a good inferencing because it runs the Blackwell chip in it. But if you're running like me, who is using the Apple M1 chip or M1 Max chip, it is really good for inferencing, of course, but you can only run a specific model during that particular point of time. And we can see that I have got these models which can only run as much you can. For instance, you can run QN3 8 billion parameter model. So if you're going to choose this 8 billion parameter model with 4-bit quantization, you are not going to get as effective output as possible. The tool calling will not be great. So the Playwright MCP server tool calling may not be as accurate as you would expect. But if you're going to be using, let's say, the QN3 Coder Next 80 billion parameter model, it is going to be way more higher for my machine to handle, and it's not going to work either. So you can't choose the 8 billion parameter or an 80 billion parameter model because there is always a case with the model's performance as well as your machine's performance. So both of them are going to be just not going to work that way. So the way you can actually make this thing to work is to choose something in between both of them. You can choose either 20 billion parameter GPT-OSS model, which is basically a reasoning model, as you can see over here. Or you can also use the QN3 Coder 30 billion parameter model, which is quite a good model in terms of reasoning, tool selections, as well as a lot of different operations. So this is the model which I am going to be using in this particular video to show you how you can use this particular model. And make sure that you also have got enough tokens to be supported for this particular context length. So I'm going to choose the token, the maximum of 15,988, but you can increase it, let's say 18,000 or something like that, but don't expand this as well a lot, because the more you expand, the more context it's going to save, and it is going to consume a lot of memory as well. So that is also a trade-off. So you always need to ensure that there's a perfect balance between the context length that you choose, the perfect model that you choose for your hardware need. And for my M1 Max Apple 64 GB model machine, I am actually going to use this model, which is the QN3 quarter 30 billion parameter model, and the maximum context length is 18,785. That's what I'm really choosing over there. And you see that this is the machine that I really have got. And this is the configuration that I'm using as well. And if you have even more powerful machine, let's say M3 Max or M4 Max, I'm telling you, it's going to be even more performant than my M1 Max itself. But you know what? I only have this much of an hardware and money to spend. So I'm going to just use this machine as much as I can. So I'm going to use this model. So I'm just going to load this particular model, and you can see that it's going to take some time to load the model. And the moment I'm going to load this model, you're going to see that my memory usage is going to just spike up to 41 GB over there. So if I don't have this particular model, you should see my memory is around 22 gigs or 24 gigs at the max. But the moment I'm going to just load the model, which is the QN3 30 billion parameter model with 18,785 context length for the tokens, you will notice that my memory just bumps up from 25 to 30 and to 41 right now. So the entire model is now loaded in my machine's memory. That's the reason why you need to have the memory within your machine. So that's the GPU memory, to be honest. And because M1 Max is a unified memory architecture machine, it handles the IO operation quite faster, and it is also going to be way more better in the inferencing as compared to the 64 GB of the GPU memory that you have maybe for 3090. So that may be slower than what M1 Max really offer. As that said, the final showdown is to tell you how the performance of this machine is while I'm going to run the local large language models with the Playwright MCP server. Let's see how that works. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to my Claude desktop over here. I'm going to copy the same exact command that I gave. Navigate to this particular website and perform a login, enter the username as admin and password as password, create an employee list, and then check if the employee is created. So I'm not telling how to create an employee, like no data is being given. It is going to go and create an employee for me, and then it's going to do everything for me in a whole. We'll see how that really works. So I'm going to go to the LM Studio one more time over here. I'm going to create a new chat over here once I have the Playwright MCP server installed. And you will notice that my tool is being invoked here by default. So I did selected this before, but in your case, it is going to be something like this after you choose the model. So just click this tooling operation over here, that this is the integration that you have got. And you will see that the Playwright MCP server is going to be listed. This is the host that I'm talking about. So now your MCP server is up and running for you in the LM Studio itself, starting the version that I was just showing you. And you can just click this toggle to enable the Playwright MCP server tools, which you can use with your large language model while you're going to be performing these operations. It is pretty much like how we just did with the Claude desktop as well, like how I was enabling the connectors of the Playwright MCP server. Same exact thing that we are doing over here as well. No big difference. And now I'm going to run it, and none of them is just like recorded or anything like that, like making it faster. So I'm going to let everything to run, and I'm going to see how the performance is going to be. So ideally, it should open the browser for me by calling the browser navigate. As you can see, it just opened the browser by navigating to the eaapp.somi.com for me over here, and also click the login link. And you can see that my hands are just up in the air. I'm not really typing it. It's all done by the model. And it is using the Playwright MCP server toolings, as you can see. So all the toolings are listed over here, like browser navigate, browser click, browser fill form, and all these operations. So everything is happening with the power of the large language model and the Playwright MCP server for us. So everything is just working as expected. And you can see that right now, this is using my local machine and the local model and the Playwright MCP server, which is hosted in the LM Studio locally. So you don't really have to worry about like how much time it is going to take for the large language model to work. And also you don't have to worry about if my Claude desktop is going to run out of the entire token or the permitted allowance of usage of the chat per day with the MCP server, because now you have got the power of doing everything using the local large language model itself. And you can see that this is already working. You also saw the performance is not really bad. And you can see that the memory pressure has increased, of course, a bit over here, but then it started to stabilize over here. The fan is bit cranking, it's not a lot. I mean, M1s are basically silent as opposed to any Windows machine. But you can see that now the memory is not that bad. It has just back to the 41 gig, like how I loaded the model while I was doing nothing, to be honest. So that's how it has done over here. And you can see that one time the model failed to do the tool call generation, but the next time it really did the good job in identifying things and perform the operation for us over there. So this is really working. So we can see that we can use the local Playwright MCP server with the local large language model and run them all without any hesitation, which is pretty cool. I'm telling you, this does requires a good memory of the machine, good GPU configurations and machine configuration overall to run this kind of operation. If you run this with a MacBook Air or any other machine which has got less GPU, you may not be running the same configuration that I'm running it. And even if you try to use a lower model, as I just told you, like QN3 8 billion parameter model, you may not be achieving what you are trying to do. Just for a quick demonstration, I'm gonna go choose the 8 billion parameter model over here, and I'm gonna set the context maybe the similar like 21,000 over here, and I'm going to go and perform this operation for that matter, right? It's gonna choose the same Playwright MCP tool as well, and I'm gonna run it. So ideally, this should do the exact similar operation as well. This could work. It will still open the browser and it will still do the similar operation even with the 8 billion parameter model, but they may not be accurate or 100% accurate as you would expect. So I'm just going to see what's really happening. You see that the thinking process is running over here, and it has to, by this time, open the browser, but it has really not did anything yet. So I'm just going to hold tight to see what this QN3 8 billion parameter model is going to do it for us. That's a lot of thinking, to be honest. I think it's something magically is going to happen. There we go. Look at that. It opened the browser navigate, which is great. And see what it's even doing. It's just doing a lot of tool calls there, and it has went to some place like employee list without any reason. I don't know why. And then it is doing some processing of the prompt. Again, it's figuring out something has gone wrong, and then it's trying to do something over there on this particular UI. So this is really not working. I have tried this with different combinations of model. The only model which really worked out is the QN3 30 billion parameter model that I was just showing you. That was the best model to perform this operation. Sometimes even the GPT OS's 20 billion parameter model was quite good as well. But I think overall, if you ask me out of 10, which one will you give 10 out of 10 rating? It is going to be the QN3 Coder 30 billion parameter model. Go with this model without any doubt. Run with the 30 billion parameter model, and you will achieve what I was just showing you in this particular video. So that's it, guys. That's all about how you can use the local large language model and Playwright MCP server running locally with LM Studio and perform your test and development using MCP servers. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Catch you in the next one.